Wow, check this out, everyone. Had a nice pump this morning to the supply zone up here in Bitcoin. Did really well. Bought the dip here in the demand zone. Just a quick video on my trading desk here. And wow, today it's just exciting times. Today is Saturday, December 21st, 2024. So check this out. So here's the demand zone. And then here's the supply zone, and I was able to purchase the dip here in the supply zone, in the demand zone here. And then I was asleep, but then it gave a buy signal here, and then pumped into the meridian of the supply zone. So check this out. Here's the new numbers. Check this out. This is the cheat sheet, okay, for the trader's cheat sheet to identify support and resistance levels. This is on bar chart. I'll put the link in below. So check this out. Pardon me. So the new numbers for December 23rd is, check this out. The magic pivot point number is 95,740.63. So it's greater than the pivot point. So these are magnets, in a sense, price magnets that Bitcoin wants to go to. The first resistance number here at 99,222.63, the second pivot point number of 101,823.73, and 105,305.73. Now, this morning I was able to buy the dip at, the pivot point, and here in the demand zone, it looks like, if you look at the price, I don't look at charts very often, but just to show you this visually, so about 96,200 approximately. And if you look here, see now it gave a sell signal here. Now it didn't tell you to exit or take any profit here, but there's nothing better than purchasing at the pivot points here in the demand zone. It just swings like a swing, a momentum swing between supply and demand. And I just look at this number, this place here. This is the meridian or middle of the demand zone, and then the middle of the supply zone. So here's the thing, look, when it dipped here, these prices here, this is when people's stop orders are being filled, where they're being stopped out of the market as they're protecting their capital. And then here again, the pivot point, let's look at the pivot point. All right, pivot point is 95,740. So if we look at this chart, whereas look, 96,000, approximately like right here, so that's right in the pivot point. So the price dip here to the pivot point, it goes above the pivot point. Then this chart, I'll put a link in below. Here it's a Bitcoin live educational trading chart from Forex education. They do really nice work here. Livermore didn't look at charts. He preferred just to look at prices. That's the reason I'll show this visually to you, the pivot point. So I set the pivot points yesterday, canceled my open orders, and then reset the pivot. So I'm a seller here at the third pivot point. So the theory is, what's wrong with purchasing at the third support level at 87 and then selling some at 105? So that's the trading range. The pivot point right here, if you play football, this is the 50-yard line in a sense. So the team is taking the ball down to this part of the gridiron, and it gets greater than the third resistance level. It's a touchdown type of thing. So that's give you football terms. Or if it's the team takes the football less than the pivot point here, then this team is winning, which is the support team. So you got two teams in a sense, support and resistance. So right now, the pivot point is greater, then the price is greater than the pivot point. So this team, the resistance team, is winning. So my next limit order to sell some Bitcoin will be at 99,222, which I sold one position in it today that I had purchased, down here in the pivot points. So I did a nice trade. But look at the chart now. This is updating dynamically, and you can see it was at 99,600 when I was in the supply zone. Now it's at 97,300. So that's It's like, 2,000 point dip. So is it going to go into the demand zone again? I've got limit GTC orders again to purchase the market here. I'll purchase, talk in terms of real dollar amounts. I'll purchase $1 here at the pivot point. Then I'll purchase $1 here at the support, and then $2 here and $3 here. So as it goes lower in price, I've got, it's like a martingale system or negative progression. The lower it goes in price to the support levels, the more I purchase. Just a quick video. We'll give you this update live. I'll put links in here to the cheat sheet, and then also let's see if we get a price fill and a dippy dip down here to 96,000 if it goes into the meridian of the demand zone. So exciting times. Now, how many points is that when in the demand zone it went from approximately 96,000 to 99,000, about 3,000 points from the demand zone to the supply zone. And this is a 5-minute chart. So each bar here represents 5 minutes in time. This is probably like 5 hours or 8 hours worth of data. So we got to sit tight and let the market come to me at the pivot points. That's a famous quote from Jesse Livermore. So this is what we got. Exciting times. Just a quick video. Wanted to give an update. Had a nice trade. And the thing is, when I sold this morning at the supply zone, I was asleep. So, it's nice to be able to wake up and then have a limit order out there and where I was able to scale out of some of my trades. Again, not financial advice, informational purposes only. I'm an entertainer. Do your own research type thing. Read the risk disclaimer. So this is what we got, the pivot points. These are key turning points representing support and resistance level and price. Livermore didn't look at charts so much, but what I like to do is if I get price fills here in the demand zone on the retracement, this is where all the forced liquidations and stop orders are being filled. So I'm a buyer down here again of the market. And then if I do get price fills here and this buy signal comes in, then I like to add to it here as long as it's higher than this price, which it almost always is. This kind of looks like a cup and handle too. See, it forms a cup and then the handle. And if you look at the top price here, over here, it breaks out to the upside and then pivots up into the meridian of the supply zone. This trade that I'm describing plays out, every day. Every day we get the pivot points, so it's just that the numbers reset. I mean, a year from now, Bitcoin could be, support is at $850,000 a coin and resistance is at $1 million a coin. So the point is this Momo swing between the supply zone and the demand zone. So again, here it took you out of the market here, put you in here. I'm a buyer down here at the pivot points. So I have limit orders now to purchase all through here in the market on the dippy dip, trading at 97,621. So, this is what we got. Exciting times, pivot point trading. Let's see again if we get the dippy dip into the meridian of the demand zone so I can purchase some more Bitcoin. So everyone, that's what I have for today. Great day. It's about 9 minutes video here. Don't forget to like my videos and share the videos, and let's get the word out. It's John on my news desk and prop trading desk. Have a super wonderful, great day, and let the trend, be your friend up into here. Thanks. Have a great day, everyone.